Okay, page Kufman the kitzur. Apparently, this is in response to the principle that we said that oir is not a functional. Oir is only revealing the etzem. However, it would seem that oir hashemesh, the light of the sun, oir ha'chayes ha'nefesh, and the light and the chayes, the life effect of the nefesh, in gamkin nifel. They're also nifel for the purpose of having an effect of creating and doing something. They're not just revealing the etzem, they're actually functional. This is what oil is. Oil Hashemesh, we can see it very in Erachaz and Nefesh also saying the minute the nefesh touches the goof, the goof comes to life. The minute the sun touches the world comes to light. However, what we understand from the Mesholim Moshel of Chayes HaNefesh and the Moshel of Oil Hashemesh, the principle that we draw from this Mesholim is She'oir poel, that oir, yes, poel has the effect, acts, but loy b'bchinas islapshus, but not in a islapshus manner. It does not get engaged, affected by the fact that it has an effect and that it poel. Behu, and that is the reason that it is not b'bchinas islapshus, even though he has a poel, mipnei because the oil is AYIN. It is not a dover, a presence, an existence of itself, on itself. The statement of oil is only that there is the etzem here, not that the oil is here. It does not present itself in this presence. The shefa, where in contrast, shefa who's dover. Shefa is a mehuz dover. When shefa is being given to give something of substance. Benimshach, and from the shefa is drawn mehuz ha'ora lifilma. A substantive ha'ora lifilma to accomplish something. Even though it's a ha'ora, but it's a ha'ora of a mahus, of a substance, whose purpose is lifim to accomplish something. Like for example, you give a seichel, you explain a seichel. The seichel per se is definitely a mahus, but then you elaborate on it and present it in a manner that the Makabel should be able to understand it. This is only a preparation, a presentation element. This is only ha'ora of the seichel, but this is ha'ora of a mahus, of a substance. Then harei zebo b'islapshus u'b'tfiso. That comes b'islapshus. That can only happen with concerted effort and intent. With tfiso and being engaged in the seichel, being engaged in both in the seichel and in the process, in the intent of presenting it. Ulamailo, this is only moshel. Ulamailo and above, in Elokus, it is the ho'e pnimi. It means to say that the pnimi, the internalizable oir, the oir whose intent it is to become internalized. That due to the fact that its inyan, its aim, and its design is lifoil, to be effective, to affect. Excuse me, thus, its netzal, it emanates in a mitzius oir manner. It emanates not emanating from the Etzem, but a Metzius as a presence of oir. I'll skip the parentheses for the moment. This is PALTIEL, and for this reason, POIL, because in essence, it is a Metzius, it is a tangible aspect of oir, to present oir rather than to present the moir. That's why POIL, it has an effect, b'bchinas hislapshus utfisa, in a hislapshus and tfisa manner. Because that oir is a Metzius oir. It is not the oir ha'or of the Etzem. It is a Metzius. It is the tangible aspect of oir.
What is shefa? Is the tangible element of oir?
Yeah. And oir pnimi is in the category of shefa.
Wait, oir per se is not shefa at all. How did oir pnimi become shefa?
Oir pnimi is intently presented as a Metzius, because oir pnimi means that you want that your Talmud would understand on his own what you're teaching him, not that he would know that you're teaching him. This means oir pnimi.
As opposed to sort of or klali, which is just
Oir makif, right? Oir.
The or pnimi is already this kind of shefa, metzius.
Oir pnimi is where the oir goes into the category in the level of shefa.
What's a good English word for shefa, by the way?
Bestowal. Because it is in this fashion of leaf oil, therefore it poil b'bchinas hislapshus utfisa. Thus, its effect is in the hislapshus and tfisa manner. It is actually engaged in having this effect, and it produces its effect in a manner that is suitable to the recipient. Avol oir.
But how is it oir if it's pnimi?
I think he's asking how is it or?
How does oir? We spoke about this a while ago. Let me ask a question, a point-blank question. We said that there is oir makif, I understand that. But then he says, pnimi is also called oir pnimi. How is pnimi called oir? Pnimi is oir in a tangible state. Is presenting something that is tangible. How is it oir? Why is it called oir? So for this we explained that shefa, even that which comes in the form of shefa, begins at its pinnacle, it is chochmah. The beginning of kochas hagluim is chochmah. Chochmah is that transition from oir into mitzias. Chochmah is part of seichel. Seichel is that which you observe and you see, and you understand. Chochmah, you see, but you don't understand what you see. It is beyond understanding. And yet, we pointed out many times, chochmah is at the category of oir. but it is not oir. What's the difference between chochmah and oir? As we said, chochmah, the motion of chochmah is sight. Sight is an intentional observation. It is not something that comes upon you without your awareness, without your intent to accept it. As we said many times, you can close your eyes and not see. So when you do see, it is clearly, you recognize and clearly experience the principle that you see because you want to see, not because the thing is visible.
If it was just the level of it's visible, that would be or.
Or that would be pure oil.
There'd be no recipient, no
recipient,
volition.
That's right. Like daylight, for example. Daylight you see and you don't see, it makes no difference. You don't know what you see. It's pure oil. Chochmah is not in that level. Chochmah is when you see something of a design, of an intent. Part of seichel. Chochmah is the beginning of seichel. Chochmah is that which provides for you to ultimately delve into it and identify its content, with bina. This is why this is called shefa, while at the same time it is oir pnimi, because it in essence it is oir. Let us, since we're into this, we have a question, let us delve into it a little bit. When you have a guest in your home, this is a shefa. You give him a place to sit. You give him food. And so forth. You engage him in conversation. It is all shefa. However, the overall spirit of this entire encounter is oir. Why is he in your home? Please understand. He's not in your home because he's hungry. He's in your home because you're both seeking the company of each other, which is oir. It's an neshama element. Even though the way it's accomplished is through a shefa process. This is beyond the oir pnimi. It's oir pnimi, but it's oir. It's the message over there in the Yisod, the essence of it is oir. Like I said many times, excuse me, I don't know what happened. You have a guest in your home. You invite somebody to your home, and you give them lunch. After you serve lunch and say, okay, enjoy your lunch, I have to go someplace. You did your thing. But have you done your thing? You completely pulling the rug from under his feet. Because the oil aspect of this shefa, you pulled away. The meaning of this shefa is oir pnimi, not pnimi, not the food. This is why it's called oir pnimi. Reb Shlomo, he's still here?
No.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay, you heard it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Baruch Hashem. Okay, let's go in the kitzur, the third line of the kitzur. The shefa hu muhdover. Shefa is a mehusdover, is a tangible presence. Benim shach, and it comes forth in the form of a whose ha'ora lifilma, of a tangible ha'ora lifilma. To begin with, it is designed to have effect. And therefore, since it's designed to affect something, therefore this is bislapsus. This the ha'ora itself is engaged in this hashvah. Like a Rav and a Talmid, the oyer of the Rav is already recognizing the Talmid internally to the Rav. Here, can recognize the Talmid in the oyer itself. Should we continue or should we stop?
Did we just finish the kitzur here?
No, we didn't finish it. I'm on the fourth line.
2 lines from the bottom?
On the fourth line up from the top. Ulamaylo.
We went past there already. We went after the bracket already.
After the parentheses.
Yeah.
Because his whole design is to affect something. Therefore, it is poil be substitute piece. Now let's take
the whole design. Sorry, the whole design to affect something goes on or pnimi. Yeah.
Or pnimi.
It's wanting to be of effect.
That's right.
Oh.
1 second. When you explain a seichel, there are 2 parts to it. You explain the seichel. That's not shefa. Shefa is that you explain the seichel in a manner that the Mekabel is drawn to it, is affected by it, so that he would want to understand it. That's shefa. If he is open to, if what you have your eyes see open and you see that's not shefa, that's oyer.
Again, he's attracted to it, or is affected by? He's affected by it. He integrates it. I mean, what are we saying?
He is.
Seichel is.
He is affected to want to absorb it. The seichel is presented in a way that it should reach him and that he becomes interested in it. If he is interested in it before, in other words, if he is just an observer and you show him what he is observing, that's not shefa.
Wait, seichel is much more sort of observational than midas. Are we saying here this interest element is kind of a level of attraction, engagement? He's not just an observer.
No, you're not listening. You cannot understand a seichel unless you want to understand it.
Okay. And the seichel needs to be presented so that
it entices you, it engages you to try to understand it.
Okay.
Should we continue?
Maybe
okay.
Leave these last 2 lines for tomorrow.
Okay, so then we are Abel Oyer.
Yeah. That way we'll give it its proper attention, I think.